Welcome back to Living Local. A local family from DeWitt is helping families with the financial burden of adoption. They opened a resale store out of their home with 100% of the proceeds helping parents pay for adoption fees. And you can help with their mission at an upcoming sale.
And here to tell us more is Brittany Johnson, founder of the Adopted Closet, and Rachel Walton, who adopted their daughter with the help from Brittany. Hey, welcome to the show, ladies.
Thank you.
So Brittany, let's start with you. Give us some background on yourself and why you decided to open the Adopted Closet.
Well, I have a daughter who I started caring for when she was about 4 weeks old. And we went through the adoption journey for about 11 years and finally had a family member offer to pay for the entire thing. So to pay it forward, we decided to have one sale and use that money to pay for another family. And then it kind of blew up into a nonprofit.
Who knew that it would come to this, right?
Yeah, right.
But that's awesome. That's awesome that you're paying that forward, and that sale that you're talking about that you had and help paying for adoption fees also help pay for Rachel's adoption fees, right? So tell us your story and how you found Brittany.
Yeah, so literally found Brittany in her driveway. We had just moved here to Iowa from Tennessee, and I had heard about the Adopted Closet, and I, as a social worker, wanted to support that, and actually had a child living in my home that we also had taken in as a foster child at 3 months old, but we got introduced to her when she was 3, Ellie, and so we moved here to Iowa. We had guardianship of her and weren't really in the phase of adoption yet, but I wanted to support that. So I went out and I met Brittany and we talked in her driveway, and just what I was explaining to Brittany is we weren't quite ready for the adoption phase, but Brittany became more, the Adopted Closet became more than just that for me. Brittany became such a support for me in our journey of adoption. So it was a long journey. We've known each other 3 years through that, and yeah, the rest is history.
And so a few years ago, you did something kind of special on National Adoption Day.
Yeah.
Can you tell us about that, because it's kind of amazing?
So in Scott County, we celebrate National Adoption Day by inviting families, or they do, inviting families to as many families as they can find. And we offered to pay for everybody's adoption that day, and we did it. Yeah.
How many families?
Yeah, how many?
We paid for 8 families and 13 children that day.
Wow.
Yep.
That's amazing.
It was amazing.
That really is amazing.
So 8 on that day, but do you know how many families and children you've helped over the years?
Yes, so we have helped 11 families and 17 children be adopted.
That's amazing. That is amazing.
Yeah.
Because adoption fees are thousands of dollars, right?
Yes.
I don't think a lot of people realize how much money it is.
Yes, it's very, very expensive.
And you operate out of your home, so let's talk about that a little bit, because when are you open? And I don't want anybody to know where you're. I mean, I guess we have to let them know where you live.
Kind of. Anybody can really find us.
Right.
So we do operate out of our home when it comes to donations and organization. Unfortunately, we cannot fit in our 4-car garage anymore. We have blown up so much that we have way too many donations that fit in our house. So what we do is we have pop-up sales.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. So as far as donations to keep the store stocked, when can people donate, and what exactly are you looking for?
So I tell people that you can donate from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. at the 2 addresses. We have a drop box in Davenport and a drop box in DeWitt, and you can find those on our website.
Okay.
And we're looking for new clothing, gently used clothing, and then we do take other things, baby items, things like that.
Okay, but adult and children?
Yes, any size, preemie to 5X.
Okay, perfect. And you're taking the show on the road?
Yes, we are. Yes, we are.
You have a special sale there. Give us those details.
Yes, so at the Clinton County Fairgrounds in DeWitt, we are having a sale the weekend after Easter from Thursday to Sunday. We'll be open from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. and then on Sunday we'll do a huge sale. Everything will be discounted. from noon to 4.
Okay.
Okay. And Rachel, how do you donate to help
Well,
Brittany?
yes, of course. And then also just, again, being available to share our story and get the word out there about what Brittany does and the amazing support that she gives adoptive families and the adoptive children. Again, I couldn't have gone through this adoption without her by my side. There were many days where I was, terrified of something or afraid to take the next step, and I would reach out to Brittany. And on the day that our adoption was finalized, and Brittany gave me a call and told me I'm gonna be able to pay it off. Like,
Oh my gosh.
That was amazing.
Yeah,
The tears start coming, right?
it was
Yeah, yeah.
because that was a lot of times a financial burden for things. And this was a
absolutely.
child that we've known and had since she was 3 months old, and she's our kid. She's been raised. We have other children. We have 3 other children, and she had just integrated into our lives. And the thought of
awesome.
not having her, and so Brittany being there to be a support and just in every
that.
way possible was amazing. So.
Yeah, I can't imagine.
She has an amazing story.
So what are the plans here? Are you expand? Like, it sounds like you're just doing so well that you.
Yes. So, sorry.
No, you're good. This is what we do on the show. We try to
just
make
cry.
people- yeah.
Yes, so we would love to expand. We do actually have plans of expanding. They're just plans right now.
Okay.
But if anybody out there has a building they'd like to donate or anything else,
Yeah.
we are wanting to expand. Right now we're just doing pop-ups, but in the next few years, watch out.
Okay.
That's
So
right,
it would be
that's right.
nice to have your own building, though,
Yes,
and to have
yes.
everything
The
in
goal
one
is
place.
to have our own building,
Yeah.
That'd be
so we
awesome.
can have everything together. Right now, storage is in 3 different locations. So.
Sure.
I'm sure there's someone out there who can help
I know
with your
there
mission.
is.
Let's hope.
Call me up.
Yeah.
Well, Rachel, Brittany, thank you
you,
so
guys.
much for coming in to talk to us and sharing your story.
Thank you for letting
Yeah,
us.
thank
Thanks,
you.
guys.
All right, for more information, go to theadoptedcloset.com.
And we'll have all those details posted at ourquadcities.com.